In this episode, I will tell you some things you will not like about the Philippines. If you travel to other Asian countries, you will be disappointed by the women in the Philippines. There is no comparison when comparing realistic dating options between Bangkok and Manila. No offense to Filipinos, but everyone, men and women, are too overweight and unattractive. Perhaps my definition of minimum attractive standards will differ from others, but I could count on one hand the number of attractive people I saw in Manila. I heard of Filipinas being curvy, but that is just a polite way of YouTubers and influencers saying Filipinas are fat. Beyonce is curvy. Even those that were not as fat, they were just not beautiful. Rich areas, poor areas, slums, BGC, casinos, rooftop bars, the malls, coffee shops, restaurants and lounges, hotel bars, the giant condo complex I stayed in, etc. I could not seem to see any attractive women. This includes Tinder and Bumble, where I basically did not have anyone to swipe right on. In Bangkok, I can go on a lunch date and dinner date with two different attractive women on the same day, every day of the week, and basically do this in perpetuity. Bangkok also has variety, so I'm not saying all Thai women in Bangkok are attractive. Some guys like fat girls, some guys like skinny, petite girls, some guys like in between. Bangkok has different body sizes. There are darker skinned women and lighter skinned women. There are women with implants and cosmetic surgery and women that are natural. Hell, some guys like chicks with penises. Whatever your Asian woman preference, it's in Bangkok. I've got beautiful women driving 2 hours to pick me up, since they refuse to let me bus back from Pattaya. I've got beautiful women I've met in southern Thailand flying to Bangkok to spend the weekend with me on their own dime. I've got beautiful women paying for my dinner while I'm using the washroom. I never asked them to do any of this. This did not happen in Manila for me. And, to be fair, neither my home country either. But it did happen for me in Bangkok. What about prices? That's something else you would not like in the Philippines. I did find the international dining at restaurants with Western standards, not just Western food, but Japanese, Chinese, Korean, etc., were cheaper than Bangkok. The prices were about the same, where in that a bowl of ramen could be 200 pesos in Manila and 200 baht in Bangkok. But due to the exchange rate, the meal in Manila was cheaper when converted to the USD. The Grab prices also seemed cheaper, and I never really got a gouge with surge pricing. However, if I just went somewhere for the purpose of dining in Manila, I would have to pay a Grab fee. But Bangkok, you could use BTS, somewhere assuming it was close. So whatever I saved on specific meals in Manila, I just gave the savings to the Grab driver, the Uber driver, the Bolt driver. Any ride-sharing program took most of my money and time. I also appreciated the alcohol in bars being cheaper in Manila. However, the customer service and the lack of options sometimes was a downfall. Prices are not as cheap as Thailand overall. Many things on the street or regular, casual restaurants are more expensive with low quality and smaller portion size. Bangkok, you can have a nice meal at even a convenience store like 7-Eleven. I know it sounds funny for those of you that have never traveled to Thailand, but if you've been there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Speaking of food, I still don't know what Filipino food is. It's probably the worst food in the world, to be honest. I'm not a fan of vinegar personally, so adobo chicken is not for me. The street food only seemed to consist of slop on a tray or grilled chicken innards, undesirable parts, liver, gizzards, intestine, feet, and head. I also noticed no infrastructure for ice delivery. So all the food just sat in the heat. They made me uncomfortable. Thai street food has so many different varieties. Yes, I have seen slop on a tray in Bangkok streets and grilled innards, but I also have fried rice, noodles, soup, stir fries, stews, barbecue fish, chicken legs, breast, wings, and lots more. I can eat these on the street at someone's home restaurant or inside a proper Western-style building. With regards to international food, Bangkok also has many options which are far better than the Philippines and Manila in general. Also, housing is horrible. Cockroach infestations are a major problem in the cheaper condos. I stayed in Airbnbs, and a condo in Cebu IT Park and BGC cost me around $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Still, I had to deal with cockroaches, but it was better than the condos of my friends who stayed in cheaper Airbnbs in Cebu City. The supermarkets, surprisingly expensive. Relative to other middle-income countries, I spent about 25% more in supermarkets versus Thailand. Restaurants, though, to find a great restaurant, as someone who loves eating out regularly, this was a big disappointment. Complete garbage, the customer service, everything was horrible. Infrastructure. Do not get me started on this. The infrastructure in the Philippines overall is terrible, especially in the cities. In places like Manila, a 2-kilometer drive in rush hour can take over 30 minutes. That's why I strongly urge you not to stay in Manila. Other urban areas are a bit better, like Dumaguete, but still not amazing. If you like walking through a city to see the sights, you'll not have a great time. They don't have sidewalks. The motorbikes drive too closely to you and even on the sidewalks. If it's not the motorbikes, it's the low-hanging electric wires, cars and motorbikes parked on the sidewalk, people selling items, and also many potholes. Some elements of navigating bureaucracy are weirdly complicated in the Philippines and inefficient. For example, your visa extension is a printout of paper, not logged into a computer, so bad luck if you lose it. Doctors don't seem to take bookings. You need to show up and hope for the best. It can make dealing with stuff that goes wrong a massive pain. Poverty and crime do exist here. There are slums and no-go areas, especially in big cities like Manila. Most of the tourists and expats here can be split into two groups: backpackers passing through and obese, balding British American men in their 50s hunting for girls half their age to wife up. Unfortunately, the latter are quite visible in the cities and can give a bad reputation to foreigners in that country. Friendliness. This really has to be broken into two categories. People drinking at a bar or at a festival in a social setting are friendly. But, bar none, after living in nearly 24 countries, we have never seen customer service as bad as the Philippines. Basically, any shop we go to, we've had store staff just turn around and walk away when we ask the question. We've had cashiers let out a dramatic, exasperated sigh when you ask to pay by credit card. People working at the register in a mall holding up a finger to you so they can finish their video call before ringing up your groceries. The grocery store at the mall wouldn't let my girlfriend pay with her card unless they saw her passport, but they didn't ask anyone else to do the same. I can go through so many more examples. I'm not expecting Japan, US levels of customer service, but even compared to Southeast Asia, it is horrible. The food, I don't think I'm rocking the boat too much here to suggest that Philippines probably has consistently the lowest quality of food I've seen across all of Asia. I was warned on the Reddit about it before coming here, but thought I'd be fine if I just cooked at home. But even the produce, the meats, nicer supermarkets is usually not of good quality in my experience. Also, admittedly, this is becoming more of an issue everywhere, but I've never seen so many fake Google reviews in my life in the Philippines. Just hundreds of brands, new accounts leaving 5-star reviews with identical comments or photos at the majority of a highly rated restaurants. These are just the surface level, tip of the iceberg things that you will not like about the Philippines. And if you didn't know, those were not even my words. I am not the only person who feels this way. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of people who agree with me. If you're new to the channel, you must understand These comments and stories and opinions are not coming from a place of hate. I just want people to understand that the Philippines isn't just paradise, that you should be prepared when you come here and know all the information and make decisions by yourself. This channel is now over 12,000 subscribers strong. How could 12,000 people all be haters and disagree with something? This proves what I'm telling you are factual. It's just for you to decide if this is the country you want to stay in long term. Whether you want to retire here, get into a relationship with someone, or set roots in the Philippines with all these other things that are going on. Also, know that many Filipino people have also agreed with these videos in the comment area. Click subscribe, thumbs up, bell notification. Please the YouTube overlords so people know more about this country. Feel free to write your experience about Manila or anywhere in the Philippines in the comment area of this video below the video. It's time to read best and worst comments of Captain Savaho. The best comment from previous video is Bisley, who donated more than $20 to the channel and says, "Continue to spread the truth. You are doing a good job." By Jack Dutch, "Don't try to save. They don't want it." Very well put, sir. Many Filipinos do not want help. They want to live their lives, but on your dime. They don't want to meet you. They don't want to have a relationship with you, at least not physically. They would rather spend hours on end a day chatting with you online, calling, video call, texting, just to get $100 from you so they can go to the mall, to the Jollibees, get that Starbucks for their Instagram, post it on their local dating profile, and live large with their local boyfriends. There is no worse comment from yesterday, solidifying what I said. Even with 3,000 views on this video alone, nobody said anything negative or the fact that I was lying. Therefore, I'm spreading the truth and facts about the Philippines. Take a look at my second channel, The Philippines Facts, for more videos. I will include a direct link to that channel in the comment section and the description of this video. Thanks for watching. God bless.